Okay, it's finally time to talk about WrestleMania. 3 hours into this podcast, we're going to talk about the first WrestleMania match. What even was it? I had a page open with a list of all the matches so I wouldn't forget, but somehow I must have fucking dicked around and went on Reddit or something. The page isn't even up anymore. Well, gosh dang darn it. Never mind. I fucked it up. I blew it. Start over again. Wrestling! Here we go. WrestleMania match results. I'm still Googling it. I still am wrong and stupid. Now we're here. Okay, so this isn't even the right page. Oh, God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, so the first match of the night was the Intercontinental Championship. What is this? What's happening? I didn't... What is this, an ad? Can you hear that? I'm on this site just to see a list of the matches. There's like an ad, and it's just the Taz show. What? Get the fuck out of here, Taz! They've got ads that play podcasts now. Ugh. So the first match of the night was the Intercontinental Championship match between Seth Rollins and The Miz and Finn Balor. It was a three-way, a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Champion. Now what the hell's wrong with my fucking pop filter is falling off my desk? What the hell is my life? Why can't I just do one thing? Why can't anything go right? Get the fuck... I don't understand. I just don't know what went wrong. Intercontinental Championship triple threat. Seth Rollins, The Miz, Finn Balor. This was the first match of the night. I fell asleep. I didn't even see the first match of the night. You know, I was running on I had been up for a long, 2 days anyways. I can never sleep right. So I always, I get sleepy as soon as something important is happening that I can't miss. So I watched the kickoff, I watched all the crappy battle royals, and then when the actual event started is when I started passing out. So I missed, the first 3 matches of the show because I just immediately passed out like that as soon as the show started. So I had to go back and watch these, the day after. So this match with Seth Rollins, first of all, Finn Balor, I was hoping to see the Demon, Finn Balor, but then again, I don't mind that he didn't show up. It would have been cool to have a big entrance with a cool paint on his fucking face or whatever, but it's just, I don't really care. God damn it, now I'm hiccuping! Now I've got the hiccups! God damn it, I got a Pepsi headache, I got an Arizona mango tea hiccups, I got Taz playing in ads on this website, I've got fucking... wrestling! So Finn Balor is doing his Balor Club gimmick in this year instead of his Demon gimmick, which is just as good. You don't want to overuse the Demon. I mean, fuck it. Who cares? The Demon is fucking getting old hat anyways. It's always the same. It's always... Who cares? Who fucking cares? Fuck the Demon. Anyone complaining that this match was bad because there was no Demon paint on Finn Balor, suck a big old dick because I don't even give a shit. And sucking a big old dick is appropriate because Finn Balor is all about gay people now. He's all about the LGBT awareness, I guess. Representation? I guess representation is the word. We're all aware of gay people, but he's all for the inclusivity. That's the word. So Finn Balor has been on this weird inclusivity gimmick kick where he's been posting on social media about how he loves gay people a lot. Okay. Godspeed, sir. So Finn Balor comes out in his Balor Club gimmick, making the point that the Balor Club is all-inclusive. Everyone's a part of it, even gay people, especially gay people. So Finn Balor comes out, he's got some rainbow shit on his tights, and he's got a bunch of people wearing shirts with his logo with rainbow colors on them, like the gay people. So he's got all this gay people around him for his entrance. I mean, I assume they're gay people. They're wearing the gay people clothes with the rainbow logo, But maybe that's fucking racist to say that I'm just assuming their sexuality because they're up there on the gay pride thing. Maybe they're just supporters. Maybe they're allies. Maybe they're not gay. I don't know what's politically correct to say. Can we just say, for the sake of whatever, that he was surrounded by gay people? Finn Balor's all about gay people now. He comes out with a bunch of gay people. Fine, cool entrance. I looked up online to see people's reactions. Everybody was pretty happy with this entrance. You know, most people were like, hey, good message, whoop-de-fucking shit. So, good for him. So then Seth Rollins had a better entrance to me because it's WrestleMania and the crowd is so hyped. So you know how Seth Rollins' entrance, it goes, burn it down! And the whole crowd, because they're so hyped for WrestleMania, when it got to that part where it said that, the whole crowd sang along with it. Burn it down! And then Seth Rollins came out, dressed as a fucking White Walker from Game of Thrones. He had like the scary blue contacts, like the icy eyes. It was like an ice theme. Last year it was like a fire theme. Last year it was Burn It Down, and he had the torch, and it, lit the way to the ring with fire. I mean, he's still Burn It Down, but now he's going to burn it down with ice. He's like, Seth Rollins is Azor Ahai. He is the Song of Ice and Fire. He was fire last year. He's ice this year. Last year he had a torch. He's burning it down, but this year he's a White Walker. He's got the icy dragon with the icy fire breath. He's going to burn it down with ice. Azor Ahai, reborn! The prophecy is fulfilled! Burn it down! I apologize for anyone listening to this. Anyways, this was an okay match. There was nothing really special about it. But I don't fucking know. This was just a regular-ass triple threat match. Seth Rollins won. I would have liked The Miz to win because I wanted him to have the record. That was The Miz's story going into this match, is that he's just days away. He's a little bit away from being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. And I think he deserves that accolade, and I would have liked him to have it. I think if you were going to have someone win this match, I think The Miz should have retained. I would have liked to see The Miz win, but he didn't win. Seth Rollins wins, and fuck it, that's just as good too. I don't really give a shit. It was an okay match. Really, the best part of this match was the entrances. Seeing Finn Balor do his LGBT inclusivity thing, a lot of people online liked that. That was nice of him, I guess. And then seeing Seth Rollins promoting White Walker inclusivity and supporting the Army of the Dead. They need representation too, so I was all for that. Beyond that, typical match, didn't really blow me away. Just whatever. It was a good match, fine, whatever, fucking shit, I don't fucking know. 3 stars. I give this one 3 stars. It's like the most basic score you can give it. Didn't blow me away, but it didn't disappoint me either. Now, I should mention that the John Cena storyline is going on concurrently with these first couple of matches, because John Cena's thing was that he was calling out The Undertaker, and nobody knows for sure if The Undertaker is going to answer his challenge at WrestleMania because The Undertaker has previously retired. So no one can be sure, and John Cena is set on getting this Undertaker match, and if he doesn't get it, he's not going to wrestle a match. So, per the storyline, John Cena has come to WrestleMania without a set match, just as a fan. So the whole time, John Cena is sitting in the crowd for these first couple of matches. He's just sitting in a seat in the audience, and they keep cutting to John Cena in the audience in like a t-shirt with like a beer in his hand, watching the match and like reacting to it, which was funny. That was a fun part of these first couple matches, is that every time something cool happened in a match, they would cut to John Cena in the audience being like a regular dude going like, whoa, I can't believe it, whoa. That was a fun little gimmick. I'm glad it didn't last all night. It only lasted for the first couple of matches, and then a ref came down and said, hey, John, something happened backstage, maybe the Undertaker's here, I don't fucking know. So then John, like, after the next match, he ran out backstage to get dressed for a match or something. So they only did this John Cena sitting in the audience gimmick for the first couple of matches, which is about as long as they should have. Any longer than that, and it would have worn out its welcome and become corny and taken away from the matches, but they did it just long enough into the show that it was fun and cool and unique to be cutting to John Cena's reactions to things during the matches. I like that. So the next match was... What the fuck was the next match? Was it fucking ASUKA versus Charlotte? I believe it was. The next match was Asuka versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. The SmackDown Women's Championship. If you recall, Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble in January, so she gets the title shot at WrestleMania, and this was her big WrestleMania match. Just gonna say right off the bat, I was pretty darn disappointed. My girl, Asuka, lost. She lost the match. Her streak has ended. She had like 900 and something days of being undefeated since she came into the company. So the storyline was Asuka's undefeated streak versus Charlotte's title. One of them is going to lose big time on the grandest stage of them all, and who's it's going to be? It was Asuka in the end who lost, and Charlotte retained the title. I would have liked Asuka to win, but the match itself was really good. And again, I fell asleep for this match. I was passed out, pretty conked out. Conked out. I like that term. I like the term conked out. Conked out, baby. Yeah. Conked out is what happened to Conker. That's why he woke up and had a bad fur day. Did I just make the greatest joke ever? I think I just made the greatest and worst joke ever told. That's like a dad shirt joke. Like a Walmart. You go to Walmart, you get a shirt that says, oh, there's Conker. He was conked out. What the fuck am I talking about? This podcast is terrible. Delete it. Delete. Destroy it. Burn it. Burn it down! So as I said, I was conked out for this match the first time, and I sort of woke up in a fucking woozy daze just enough to see the end of the match and see Charlotte win and retain the match. So I didn't get to see the match the first time, so when I watched it the next day, I watched it already knowing the finish, and that might have taken away from my enjoyment of it a little bit. Just, spoilers can ruin the excitement of a match. That's the best part of wrestling. You can watch old matches and you can still enjoy them, but when it's new and it's live, you're seeing a story that has never been told before, and you're excited to see who wins because you don't know who's going to win. So watching it the day after, having been passed out and woken up to see the spoiler of what happens, it kind of robbed me of some of that excitement for the match. So it wasn't as exciting as it had been if I had seen it live. But the match itself, even watching it knowing the end, you can tell it's a really good match. And they're going back and forth. They're kicking each other's asses. There was a suplex off the apron onto the fucking outside, which looked like it hurt. There was like a fucking Spanish fly, which is like a moonsault and an arm breaker off the top rope combined, and it fucking killed Asuka. They were fighting. Great match. I love Asuka. I love her so much. She's my waifu. She's so beautiful. I have a crush on her. I have a serious crush on Asuka. She just fucking swaggers to the ring. She swaggers. She swaggers more than Jack Swagger. And I'm jacking when she swaggers. She comes out to that sleazy pirate rock. Fucking, she takes the mask off and she's got this look on her face like, I'm gonna murder somebody and then suck your dick. That's the look on her face every time she comes to the ring, and she does the thing where she takes that mask off like she's seducing every guy at home all at once, like, hey, I'm gonna murder this person and then I'm gonna suck your dick. Ah. What a cool babe. And she just kills people undefeated. What a beautiful, but not undefeated anymore. Like I said, I would have preferred that Asuka had won the match, kept her streak intact and won the title, especially considering that later on in the night, Nakamura in his match also lost. So both champions retained. Both of the Royal Rumble winners who had won these matches ended up coming up short, and I would have liked at least one of them to have won, and I would have liked to see Asuka win. It's kind of sad that, both Royal Rumble winners they didn't get the champion. And plus, because they're both like Japanese, too. That was really cool. I don't think there's ever been a Japanese WWE champion before. Yokozuna does not count. Yokozuna was not actually Japanese. He was a Samoan who came to the ring dressed like a Japanese guy. You know, I would have liked to see one of my Japanese boys or my Japanese girls win a title. That would have been really cool, especially because they both won the Royal Rumble. One of them should have won. Neither of them won their matches. Both champs retained. Anyways, aside from the fact that I wish Asuka had won and she didn't, this was a good-ass match. I had something else I was going to say, but I don't fucking remember. I would give this match a 4 stars out of 5. However, I think I'm going to have to knock a point off and knock it down to a 3-star or maybe a 3.5 because there was one thing about it that seriously rubbed me the wrong way. Not just that Asuka lost. That's fine. I would have liked that she had won, but I can deal with it. The thing that bothered me was that after the match, after Asuka had lost and Charlotte had retained the title, Asuka grabbed a microphone and very enthusiastically declared Charlotte the winner and congratulated her. She said, "You were ready for Asuka. You kicked my ass. Congratulations." And she's smiling and she hugs Charlotte for beating her. And that, to me, that's more of a burial for Asuka than losing was. Because, like, why? Why the show of respect and sportsmanship? It can work sometimes, but I don't think it was appropriate for this match because this was the match. This was for all the marbles. This was for the championship. And, you know, Asuka earned this match by winning the Royal Rumble. She got to the grandest stage of them all, and she lost. And not only did she lose the title, not only did she fail to win the title, she also lost her streak. Her legendary, like, 900 and some day undefeated streak. She should have been devastated. She should have been pissed off and sad. But instead, they had her just, like, grab a microphone and congratulate Charlotte for beating her, and then they hug, and that's it. What the fuck is that? That makes her look like a chump. Anyways, that part was shit and stupid and corny, and I didn't like it. I didn't much care for it. I think the display of sportsmanship and camaraderie had the opposite of the intended effect. Instead of making it seem like they respected each other, to me it just made Asuka look like a chump who, you know, gets her ass kicked and says, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" Not that she got her ass kicked, she just lost the match. It was a pretty even battle back and forth, but, you know, still, I thought it made her look like a chump. And I did not care for it. I'm going to give the match like a 3.5 stars. I'm going to knock off half a star. I would have given it 4 stars, but I'm going to knock off a half a star because I did not care for that post-match fucking sucking of Charlotte's dick. That's a power yawn. Alright, the next match was the fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship between Jinder Mahal and Rusev and Randy Orton and Bobby Roode. This match was hard to pay attention to, if only because 3 of the 4 guys in the ring are incredibly fucking boring guys. Some people might not be happy to hear me say that about Bobby Roode, but Bobby Roode is fucking boring in the ring. He's boring as hell. He's just as boring as Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. The guy who everyone wanted to win this match was Rusev. Rusev is over as fuck. Rusev is great. Rusev has it. He's got the it factor. Bobby Roode used to call himself the it factor, but the person in this match who has the it factor is Rusev. People love Rusev. It's Rusev Day every day. People are chanting Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. Today was Rusev Day. Every day is Rusev Day. That's his thing. That's his thing now. He says he's a lovable he's just a lovable Bulgarian butt kicker who believes that every day is his day. And it is his day because he believes it. That's someone that people can get behind. He's a lovable man with a beautiful Russian wife who's really from Florida, but we call her Russian because she speaks with an accent because it sounds cool. He's got a beautiful fake Russian wife. He's a lovable man, a lovable immigrant. He should have won. Everybody wanted him to win, and he was the only guy in this match who people like, who is entertaining. The three other guys in the match, Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton, and Bobby Roode. First of all, Bobby Roode. I like Bobby Roode. Everyone likes Bobby Roode. I would like to like Bobby Roode a lot more than I actually like him, because Bobby Roode has the best entrance in the company, by far. That song that he comes to the ring to, when the lights hit and he's in his shiny robes, glorious, I won't give in till I'm victorious, and I will defend. I upset the neighbors. I have to be quieter. Wrestling. Anyways, the point is, everybody loves Bobby Roode because of that song, because of that entrance. When he comes out, everybody sings along, everybody loses their minds because it's the coolest song ever written. There will never be a better song written by anyone for anyone, not in wrestling or anywhere else. It's impossible not to love the guy. I don't even know why they ever even try having him be a heel, because it's impossible. With that theme song, no one can ever dislike you. The man with that theme song already has something better than almost any title in the world. That song is more prestigious. It's more glorious than any title. However, when the matches start and the song is finished playing, I find Bobby Roode in the ring as a wrestler to be boring as fuck. And when Bobby Roode is cutting a promo on the microphone, I find his promos to be unremarkable and boring as fuck. So it's unfortunate and it's sad because I love Bobby Roode. He looks cool. He is cool. He's got the coolest theme song in the world, the coolest entrance in the world. I wish I liked him more, but his matches are a bore. I wish I liked the way he fights, but it always makes me snore. So that's Bobby Roode. I find him kind of boring in the ring. I don't like his matches that much, sadly. And then you've got Randy Orton in the match, and Randy Orton has always been boring as fuck. I mean, occasionally he has these flashes of passion where he is entertaining and cool, and you can see what a good wrestler he really is and how good on the microphone he can be when he's fired up and cares. But a lot of the time, it seems like he just phones it in or works safe or coasts, and he can be really fucking boring most of the time. It's always exciting to see him bust out the RKO when you least expect it. That's the fun part of Randy Orton, but aside from that, how many fucking times can you see him do that dangling from the ropes DDT before you get bored? I'll tell you how many times. 11,7,000. And let me tell you, I have seen him do that DDT 11,7,001 times. I'm fucking over it. So Randy Orton is boring as fuck. And then you've got Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal sucks. He just sucks. I mean, they say he's like... His defenders will say he's the last true heel because the people genuinely hate him, but it's not... We don't hate him because he's evil. We hate him because he sucks. His matches are fucking boring. He's not that great of a wrestler. He has like one move. Literally one move. And his gimmick sucks. He's just a mean foreigner, which is old hat for wrestling and especially WWE to say the least. That shit belongs in the 80s. No one cares about the evil Middle Eastern guy gimmick anymore. And he's not even Middle Eastern in the sense that we think. Like, he's not like a terrorist Middle Eastern. He's Indian. And they have him come out and cut these promos like, you hate me because I'm a foreigner, because you hate India. What? Nobody hates India. Even racists don't hate India. Nobody cares about India. But that's besides the point, almost. Like, his matches suck. They all end the same way. Every Jinder Mahal match is exactly the same. He gets beat up a lot, and then his two boys distract the guy, and then he hits his one move, and he just wins. I'm gonna fucking open my Vernors here. I'm gonna sip some Vernors. Gonna sip some fucking Vern. I already drank my Pepsi. And I drank my Arizona Mango. Now I'm gonna drink my Vernors. Ah, that's good. Vernors! It's what we drink around here! Anyways, it's a fatal 4-way match. I don't even fucking care if I'm being too loud anymore. I'm gonna do my goddamn job. Anyways, a fatal 4 match with fucking one guy, Rusev, who everybody loves and wants to win, and 3 guys who are all boring as fuck and nobody gives a fuck about. This match fucking sucked. I didn't give a shit about it. And also Rusev lost and Jinder Mahal won. And Jinder Mahal was like the most boring guy. He's the worst possible guy of all to win the match. If they weren't going to have... I mean, Rusev should have won. Rusev... This was Rusev's year, man. He has been over with this Rusev Day shit. He might never be this over again. He might not be this over come next year. This was Rusev's year. He should have won. It would have been a great feel-good moment, and you could tell everybody was fucking deflated when Jinder Mahal won instead. And Rusev took the pin. That was the worst part of all. So not only did he not win, but he ate the pin for Jinder Mahal's one fucking move, the exact same way he wins every goddamn match because Rusev got distracted by Jinder's boys on the outside and took his one move and instantly died, and that was it. The match was over. So, you know, God, Rusev should have won, and even barring Rusev, if it had to be somebody else, then it should have been Bobby Roode, because at least Bobby Roode is like a guy who people like because he's got a cool entrance. Nobody wanted to see Randy Orton win. And definitely nobody wanted to see Jinder Mahal win, but Jinder Mahal was the guy who won, and it deflated everyone. It deflated me. It fucking sucked. It fucking sucked shit. It ate ass. It fucking blew chunks. It blew dick, and it fucked itself, and it fucked me, and it fucked Rusev, and it sucked ass, and it sucked balls, and it ate dick, and it ate butt, and it ate balls, and it shat out its own dick. And it fucking sucks, and it sucking fucks. It's a piece of shit, and I don't like it. 2 stars. 2 stars out of 5.